Welcome back into the Sports Source, this segment of our program brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All this rain has me thinking about mosquito season. Thank goodness it has been cold as of late, but the folks at Southeast Termite and Pest Control, they have a new treatment, stronger, longer lasting, and you can use it to fend off skeeters that carry Zika, yellow fever, dengue fever, Merle Haggard's rambling fever. I don't think mosquitoes carry that. Anyway, call and ask this week. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, they do a great job at my home. They can do the same for you. Call them about their mosquito treatments. I want to welcome in the final member of our panel today, Ryan Callahan from GoVols247.com. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Spring practice kicked off this week. Main stories, a lot of players put on weight. They're bulking up. That's good. Jeremy Pruitt seemed to be happy that there was some carryover in terms of knowledge from last year. That's good. But I want to ask you guys, if you are Jeremy Pruitt here, heading into this spring, and you can only guarantee one thing happens this spring, what's the most important to do on the list? Is it a certain player? Is it building depth at a position? Is it staying healthy? What's the number one goal for you if you're Jeremy Pruitt this spring?
I think it's got to start with the defensive line. You lost so much there, all three starters from last year, a fourth senior that played a lot. They don't have a lot of proven guys there coming back, and a lot of their help in this past recruiting class is on the way this summer. So you need someone who's already on campus to emerge as someone who could be remotely helpful, at least a contributor. Emmett Gooden, you can count on him. You need somebody else, at least a second or third guy, to be able to contribute. Can't just be counting on those newcomers to come in and start right away in all three cases. So I think you need somebody else there to help out in addition to Emmett Gooden.
All right, so D-line improvement. Where are you going, David?
I'm going offensive line, the other side of the line. I mean, I think that group was just so bad last year. And you start, where you're at right now, that you've got Wanya Morris there. He's looked okay through 2 days, and we haven't really seen a whole lot. Trey Smith, from what I've been told, I'll be shocked if you see him in 2019. Darnell Wright coming this summer, but you look at the rest of the group, you kind of have some promising areas. You get Jerome Carvin kind of coming around. Jameer Johnson's pretty versatile. Kayron Calvert, we'll see what he can do. But you got to find some depth. You need 8 or 9 guys every single year to feel good about your offensive line. How many guys did Tennessee feel good about on the offensive line last year? Like 1 for half a season in Trey Smith? Like, you're really starting from scratch there, and you got to build that depth from somewhere. If you can find 3 or 4 guys that you feel like, okay, they're guys that you can lean on, you can feel good. And so if you're going to snap your fingers and wish for one thing this spring, it's got to be offensive line depth. That can just mess up so many things. And like I said before, the offensive line is the difference between an offensive coordinator, every play call working, and no play calls working, and you got to fix that.
We got D-line, we got O-line. I'll save time because I was going to go O-line. I'm with David. Where are you going, Jimmy?
I was too, and I'm not going to go health because I think that's a given. Yeah. I'm going to go Jarrett Guarantano. I think he's got to make strides. He mentioned the other day when he met with the media that the quarterback is being given more responsibility. He's got to make sure he's got the right pass protection calls. He's got to do a better job of recognizing the blitzes. And I think that Jim Chaney is such a good offensive coordinator. He is going to instill things in the offense to help Guarantano improve. But I think it starts with the offensive line, but I think Guarantano stepping up, improving. As we heard Jeremy Pruitt say, that a lot of times when Guarantano was getting beaten up, it was some of his own fault. And so I think that's where they've got to get Guarantano playing better.
Okay, very good. Going to be an interesting spring practice to watch. Next week, of course, back here on the show, it's Selection Sunday, so we're going to do a ton of basketball then. But as we move deeper into the tournament and deeper into spring practice, we're going to make that transition as well to where we're covering a little bit more of the news that's coming out of spring practice. Let's get back to basketball next. We got Mark Pankratz, who's played and coached in these conference tournaments. We got Isaiah Victor, who's played in these conference tournaments. I want to get their insights on conference tournaments. Come on back on the Sports Source.